What's up, gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. So people really like to look at tier lists nowadays. So I decided to make one for my channel as well. So in this one, we're going to talk about dating app photos. Yeah, what are good photos? What are the worst photos? Which photos basically disqualify you instantly? Yeah, and which photos will put you in the Tinder swindler category? Yeah, so I divided it up in 4 categories. The top is the Tinder swindler level. Yeah, you slow basically pictures that are they're also not easy to get, yeah, but they show massive social proof. They show access to scarce resources where women can see, yeah, this is a guy that has status. This is a guy that has money. This is a guy that is really handsome. This is a guy that has a super interesting life. He is going to interesting events. It's just a massive flex if you have pictures like this. Then we have the top 10%. Basically pictures where they're not as exclusive as Tinder Swindler level, but they help you 100% to get matches. Yeah, because you need to be in the top 5, 10, 15% in order for you to get results on the dating apps. Women don't swipe on average because women always date up. They always want to date men that are more interesting, men that have more status than them. These men in general, like 9 times out of 10, they're getting disqualified with these kind of pictures. And then we have the worst of the worst, which is just dating app death. Yeah, where you just these kind of pictures you're shooting yourself in the foot by having them. Let's get started with this. So first of all, we have weird facial expressions. Yeah, this goes without saying, right? Like if your facial expressions, they are weird, that's just instant disqualification, instant left swipe. Especially because, this can be such a big issue that you can have a good picture, but if your facial expression, you look like you're holding in a dump, yeah, but somebody asks you, oh, can you please take a picture? And you're like, yeah, then you're just not gonna look confident. And because you don't look confident, they're going to swipe left instantly. Basically, you want to make sure that you can squinch, that you can smirk, that you can have a confident smile, confident poses in your photo, and then that will already help you to get to look more confident and then to get more matches, basically. So then we have here a social proof photo, or photos with women. This is a difficult one because I'd say if you do it really well, then it could put you in the Tinder swindler category. I'm going to put it in 10% because most guys, they're not going to be such experts with taking pictures. But if you I know some photographers that do this. They specialize specifically in taking pictures for dating apps, and they manufacture the social proof, right? Where it's almost like you're at an event somewhere, you're dressed super well, and then you just happen to talk with a few women there, and then the photographer's like, chick, chick, chick. And if you do it like that, then this will help you really well because it shows that you're a sociable guy, that you have status. Then we have shirtless photos. Yeah, again, this is also there's a lot of nuance with this one. Yeah, because in most cases, guys, they take shirtless photos, and that puts them in the 85% category. If you're not in super good shape, if you're not, if you're just taking a bathroom selfie, then that's 85%. The flip side of the coin, basically, is if you are in super good shape, you have gone to the gym, you have a bit of muscle, and then you're going to the beach, and someone just happened to be at that moment, take a picture of you, then this puts you in the in the top. I actually say Tinder swindler category. You look like a guy that women would love to sleep with, right? Because you have that visual appeal. So I'd actually say because there's so much nuance with this one, I'm gonna put it in top 10%. AI photos, So I've seen some guys, they go crazy with this. They basically make their whole dating app profile just with AI photos. The thing is with AI, it could with just a few presses of a button, it could basically do it could shortcut all the work of just going out, taking pictures, and going to nice locations and things like that. The thing is that at this point, most AI software, you can still see oh yeah, that's an AI photo, right? At least, I've heard guys, they really got a lot of matches the moment they start using AI photos. This software, it's starting to become better, but on the flip side, I also think that at some point there's the dating apps, they're not gonna like it when you use AI photos. Also the thing is, okay, the AI, it's really good, but it's not that you're going to take pictures. You're going to get pictures with the AI that you could not take yourself when you just go to a rooftop bar and you go to nice locations and that sort of thing. So, but in general, because the AI, also what I found is that even if guys they pick AI photos, you still need to do a little bit of face app, because it's not that the AI is like understands that sort of thing very well. At least from what I've seen. But in general, yeah, it could help you to get matches, yeah. So yeah, top 10% definitely the moment you, because also there are very few guys that are actually doing it. So yeah, close up photos, yeah, top 10% I'd say, because if you do it well, right, if you have like confident facial expression, otherwise like I put it in the 85% yeah category. In general, those photos, they're not going to disqualify you if women can really straight see your face. Often the problem that guys have is their face is just not visible at all in their photos. And then of course women, they're gonna swipe left because they don't even know like what you look like. So this could work really well. In general, you want to make sure that you take up 70-80% of the photo, yeah. But that, yeah, in this case that could also be just your face. So then we have outdoor photos, yeah, photos where you're just going outside, and that's maybe you're just walking around in the forest. Yeah, in general, it's not something that appeals to women. Yeah, you want to take your pictures outside, preferably, but if you're just walking around in the forest, or you're like walking around in a ditch somewhere, yeah, then that puts you in the 85% zone. In general, it's not something that appeals to women, right? So you can, if you do it well, it could potentially help you to get matches. But yeah, there's not a lot of guys that I've seen that do that properly. So especially like just walking around in the forest, yeah, a woman is not going to look at that photo and think, well, that guy looks so interesting, I would love to date that guy. So yeah, that's why 85%. Dates POV, yeah, like this is a photo of me of myself there, where you're just sitting at a nice bar with a drink, yeah, where you have a nice outfit, yeah, that puts you in the 10%, yeah. Because often when guys they do this, they do it like consciously. It makes you look. It gives women also an idea of what it would be like if they go on a date with you. Then we have at-home photos. Yeah, that's in general. That's what I mentioned earlier. You want to take your pictures outside. If you're just taking photos at home, yeah, 85%. There's nothing that not even if you're model looking. Also, the thing is, these photos, even if you're model looking, yeah, you're still not going to punch high with those photos. Because I see many guys, they just take like a photo somewhere at home. It doesn't look like, oh, this guy has an interesting life. So yeah, there's nothing that you can do, even if you're really good looking, if you have pictures like this. Yeah, travel photos. Also, yeah, there's a little bit of nuance with this, but in most cases, for most guys, they don't do this well. Or sometimes they take selfies. Yeah, I'm at the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, but yeah, then you're still not looking that interesting. Or you have these photos where it's really posed, yeah, where you're just walking around like a tourist. Yeah, those photos, they put you in the 85%. If you do it well, and if it's just like, oh, that guy, he was just caught in a moment, then that could definitely put you in the top 10%. Yeah. But let's say if you're taking photos, like you're taking photos on the Maldives, yeah, like some location where like very few people go, yeah, or where you can only go when you have a lot of money, yeah, then that could put you in the Tinder Swindler category. But in general, like travel photos, like I actually say, like it's in between top 10%, top 85%. Most guys, they're just gonna do it like they're just going to do it like this, yeah. But yeah, it could help you to put in top 10% if you do it correctly. Beach photo, yeah, again, like similar to its travel photo, like depends really on. There's a lot of nuance with this. In general, a beach is a good location. It's really something that appeals to women for sure. If you're not out of shape, yeah, then you can definitely take some shirtless photos. So that will help you as well. Yeah, I'd actually say to put you in the top 10%, definitely top 10%. It's just that so few guys actually do this. Yeah, some guys they're living not even that far from the beach. Yeah, but they just never take any photos there. So then we have an authority photo. Yeah, basically a photo where you're presenting at some business conference, or where there's a lot of people that are listening to you, like supposedly for your expertise, that sort of thing. Those kind of photos that put you in the Tinder Swindler category, that for sure, because that's social proof, like, but even more than that, yeah, because showing, yeah, like people are listening to me because I have the kind of knowledge, I have the kind of expertise that other people don't have, yeah. Or you have these kind of pictures where I remember from years ago, there was a client of us that was a CEO in a CEO of a firm. yeah, he could take pictures like this. It was very easy for him because he did like these kind of conferences like regularly. Yeah, and if you do it well, you're standing there with your suit, like with your microphone. Yeah, it's in the Swindler category. Bro photo. 99% of men, they screw this one up. Even if you have friends, yeah, that look cool. Yeah, that look they're in shape and they look like cool guys to be around with, and it's still not a good idea to be taking bro photos. Often 9 times out of 10 this just means like a dating app death. Especially because most guys, they just take pictures with their friends. With their friends, they just don't look interesting. Yeah, and because of that, they destroy their chances. Then we have private jets or like status photos. Yeah, that puts you in the Tinder Swindler category for sure. Basically anything, I'd say in this category, anything that is a yacht, like if you're at a yacht, if you're at a, like if you're just come, like here, this guy is just walking out of a jet, pictures with a helicopter. So yeah, that puts you in that category for sure. Then we have hunting or fishing photos. Yeah, that goes without saying, in dating app death. Because these activities, they're very masculine, just don't appeal to women at all. And that's why, even if you're a male model, if you still take hunting, fishing photos, then yeah, you're still not going to get matches. Avoid those photos. They are the worst pictures that you can pick. And then we have this one, any photos with a bad outfit, dating app death, because it's just a sign of low status the moment that you show up like you're not taking care of yourself. Yeah, that's why I put also a lot of emphasis with guys. When you go take dating app photos, yeah, make sure that your outfit is on point, because that's so important in your photos. That could make or break your photo. And the thing is also that it's not something that you can correct. Your facial expression, like, it could be a little bit screwed up, and then you correct it with FaceApp. Yeah, but it's not something that you can do with the outfit, as far as I know right now. Maybe there's some AI software that can correct it. But also, if guys, they make a mistake often in their outfit, then they also make a mistake in the locations that they pick. Nice guy photos, really smiley, like this, yeah, that disqualifies you instantly. You want to come off as a guy that has an interesting life, that is confident, none of this stuff. Yeah. Avoid that at all costs. Selfies, yeah, goes without, especially car selfies. They are really bad. I mean, there are some guys that can do like mirror selfies if you're in really good shape, but yeah, for most guys that is not the case. So yeah, selfies, avoid them. They even did studies about this, proven that selfies are the worst performing photos in general. Activity photos. There's a lot of nuance with this, yeah, but in general, if it's something like playing pool, if it's something like doing a sport, something active and something that is cool, something also that women see and they think, wow, that is something that I would also love to do. Playing pool, perfect example. If that is the case, top 10%. Pick activities that appeal to women. We have lunch or restaurant shots. Yeah, and you can see this guy also has a suit. That's even better for him. Yeah, this puts you in the 10% because it appeals to women. Nice restaurants, like cocktail launches, that sort of thing. That's where you also see where I take most of my photos. Yeah, so good choice. Dog photos. Because this guy is so cute, I wanted to put him here, but yeah, unfortunately, I can't. There's a lot of nuance with this, because most guys, they are not taking it properly. Like, for example, you don't want to take a picture, the kind of picture where it looks like you're trying to get the attention of the dog. Like, it should be where like the dog comes towards you. Yeah, the dog wants to play with you. It's very important. Yeah. Last thing that you want is that you're taking a dog photo and it's almost like the dog does not want to be there. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Like, if you're taking it correctly, then top 10%. If not, like 85. Overall, the idea is really good. Yeah, to take a dog photo, because it shows a soft side to you. Yeah, especially if you're taking the kind of photos where you're like with a confident facial expression, like hey girl, and then there's also a part of you, a different side of you, that is that is soft. Yeah, that is a little bit vulnerable in that way. Then we have suit photos. I tend to say like Tinder Swindler, like from my experience, somehow when you're taking a photo with a suit, all those photos, women just go crazy for them. Yeah, women just tend to love guys in suits for some reason, because it's also a sign of status, right? I put them, I doubt it, but I would actually say that that is one of the best pictures that you can take, like Tinder Swindler level. Even better if you're doing interesting stuff at the same time. And then we have the last one where you're at an exclusive event of some sorts. if it shows that you have high status, especially if people know, oh yeah, in order for you to get to that event, you need to have like, people need to know you, like it's invite only, and people, they dress really well, and all the women, they are really attractive. Yeah, then it puts you in the Tinder Swindler category for sure. Yeah, so that's it, guys. I hope that you guys gained a lot of knowledge from this, from this tier list. Any of you want to have any help, with taking pictures for your dating app, for your dating app profile, then you can book a call with me in the link in the bio, and then we can talk about how to get the results you want in your dating life in the next few months. So yeah, that's it, guys. Peace.